I would like to talk to you today about pieces like this. This is Sitting Bull. These are photography. Now, it is an image of Sitting Bull. There's no doubt about that. In fact, this one was done in 1883. It's a famous image. What it isn't is original. And I want to talk to you about original photographs and some of the things you can do to help yourself when you look at these kind of things. Now, Sitting Bull was an amazingly interesting human being. He was the chief of the Lakota Sioux. He was involved in the June 25th, 1876 Battle of Little Bighorn. He actually was involved in the Wild West show that Buffalo Bill did, and he was involved in that in 1885 for 4 months. And he knew Annie Oakley. In fact, he loved Annie Oakley because she was such an interesting human being, the way she could shoot. And they even did some photographs together. Another thing interesting about Sitting Bull was, his whole history, right? He's born in 1831 and he dies December 15th of 1890. Why? Well, the ghost dance was starting and he wanted to be a part of that. The military did not like that, so they forced him onto a horse to try to stop it and move him. And there was a big skirmish and he was shot twice, actually. And that's how he died, unfortunately. But he's a very important human being and somebody that we need to know about. And he did have lots of photographs taken of him because he was famous. The reality is, though, that a lot of these photographs that you may see are copies. So how do we know if it's a copy? Okay, well, these are old cabinet cards. And you can see on the backs that they have age. There's age. They're actually old cabinet cards. Same in the front. You can see. You see embossing here. But when you look closely, and I'll just show you a close-up of this photograph, you can see that there is a watermark right here. That is a circle, right? That's from damage from water. Well, it wouldn't be cut off. If you have a circle of a water damage, it's going to be complete and show it. Well, they've cut this card. They beveled it here. They also put the image not in the middle, but off to the side for some reason. And if you pulled it back, you would see there would be white imagery on the card. It's not old. Also, the granulation's not good. On the bigger card, one of the things that's telling, again, this is an old card. You can see the gold around it. But if you lift this up, you'll actually see images of the old card where it was. So they'd take one of these cards, one of these cabinet cards, pull off whatever photograph was on there that wasn't any good, make a copy of a photograph that's famous, in this case 1883, stick it to it and try to sell it as something very valuable. But when you lift this piece up, you'll actually see writing on the card itself. This is a postcard. And you can also see where the old card was. So it's very important when you're looking at these kind of things that you, A, look under a loupe, under a magnification, and also just think about it, right? Think about why this couldn't be. Well, in this case, remember, you can't just have circles of water damage just disappear in half, right? They just don't do that. That just doesn't make sense. So if it doesn't make sense, your antennas should be up. And if until you know if it's real, I would assume it's not.